Today we are going to discuss sexual offences under Indian Penal Code. There are various types of sexual offences in our society. Mainly we will highlight on rape. The punishment of such type of offences. So let's see what is in section 375, 376. Rape. Section 375. When sexual intercourse amounts to rape against her will without her consent, in that situation force is applied by the man against the woman with her consent obtained by putting her in fear of death or hurt. I will kill you, I will hurt you. In that situation the consent is obtained by putting her in fear, and the woman is compelled to give the consent. Here rape is committed. With her consent, when he knows that he is not her husband, but the woman gives the consent believing that they are lawfully married. In that situation, there is a false marriage ceremony. In fact, fraud is committed by the man against the woman, and the woman believes that they are lawfully married. So she gives the consent. This amounts to rape. With her consent, but consent is given by reason of unsoundness of mind or intoxication, when she is unable to understand the nature and consequences of that to which she consents. With or without her consent, when she is under 18 years of age. Under 18 years of age, the woman is a minor, so there is no value of the consent. This amounts to rape. When she is unable to communicate consent, when the woman is physically or mentally disabled, incapable to communicate consent, this amounts to rape. Punishment for rape is in section 376. Whoever, except in the case provided for in subsection 2, commits rape shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 7 years but may extend to imprisonment for life, and shall also liable to fine. Whoever, being a police officer, this is in subsection 2 of section 376, being a police officer, being a public servant, being a member of the armed forces, being on the management or on the staff of the jail, remand home, or women's or children's institution, or any other place established by law, commits sexual intercourse. Being on the management or on the staff of the hospital, commits sexual intercourse against the consent, against the will of the woman. This amounts to rape. Or being a relative, guardian, or teacher, or a person in a position of trust and authority towards the woman. There is a fiduciary relationship between the husband, between the woman and the man. And taking the advantage of such type of authority, rape is committed. During communal or sectarian violence, pregnant woman, woman under 16 years of age, woman incapable of giving consent, being in a position of control or dominance over the woman, taking the advantage of this fiduciary, of this authoritative power, when against the will, against the consent of the woman, the man commits sexual intercourse. This amounts to rape, and the man will be liable under section 376. Mental or physical disabled woman. The woman is mentally or physically disabled. She is not in the proper understanding what is the effect of such type of sexual intercourse. While committing rape causes such grievous bodily harm that endangers her life, or commits rape repeatedly on the same woman shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment not less than 10 years and may extend to life imprisonment and fine. Section 376A, rape leading to death or persistent vegetative state. Whoever commits above mentioned offence and inflicts an injury which causes the death of the woman or causes the woman to be in the persistent vegetative state shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for not less than 20 years and may extend to life imprisonment. Section 376B says sexual intercourse with wife during separation. Whoever has sexual intercourse with his own wife but who is living separately, whether under a decree of separation or otherwise, without her consent shall be punished with imprisonment not less than 2 years and may extend to 7 years and fine. Section 376C says sexual intercourse by a person in authority, which is already discussed. In authority means there is a fiduciary relationship, the relationship of trust and confidence, and taking the advantage of such trust and confidence, the woman is the victim of the man. Intercourse by a person in authority, if committed, the offender shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for not less than 5 years and may extend to 10 years and fine. Section 376D, which is gang rape, where a woman is raped by one or more persons constituting a group or acting in furtherance of a common intention. The intention is common. Each of those persons shall be deemed to have committed the offence of rape and shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for not less than 20 years, may extend to life and fine. It is very important to note that such fine shall be just and reasonable to meet the medical expenses and rehabilitation of the victim, and the fine imposed shall be paid to the victim. Section 376E, punishment for repeat offenders. Whoever has been previously convicted of an offence punishable under section 376 or 376A or 376D and is subsequently convicted of an offence punishable under any of the said sections shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with death. Section 377 says unnatural offence. Whoever voluntarily has carnal intercourse against the order of nature with any man, woman or anyone shall be punished with imprisonment or transportation for life or imprisonment extend to 10 years and fine. Next day we will discuss with another topic of Indian Penal Code. Today ending here. Thank you.